Welcome to another video, and today I wanted to talk about a recent story that developed that involved a YouTube prank channel by the name of Saucy and Honey. I don't know if you guys have heard of this already, but basically the two of them are potentially facing 7 years in prison for staying at a Target overnight. It was one of those 24-hour challenge videos where the person or people stay at a store or something for like 24 hours and they basically film what it's like staying in there for so long, especially after closing time. And that's what this YouTube pair did, so let's take a look. A pair of YouTubers face up to 7 years in prison after breaking into a Target in Pennsylvania for a bizarre 24-hour overnight challenge to boost subscribers to their channel. The pair that go by the name Saucy and Honey attempted to hide inside the store in Exton on February 22nd. However, West Whiteland Township Police arrested Johnson LaRose, 25, aka Saucy, and Charlotte Fisher, 24, aka Honey, after the next day. Authorities were called to the Target when the alarm was tripped, but police searching the big box retailer were unable to locate anyone inside. The next day, Target employees found surveillance footage showing a man and woman walking around the shop for hours with their phones filming it. It became a little bit bigger of an investigation trying to find out what they were doing. Was there something criminal? Police Detective Scott Pezick said. Neither LaRose nor Fisher actually stole anything, nor did they destroy any property, but they will face trespassing charges that carry up to 7 years in prison. The pair largely record videos of pranks or attempts to complete challenges. Some examples include only eating gas station food for 24 hours, one pranking the other by serving fast food when promising a home-cooked meal, and distracting one another while playing video games. Okay, so this is like a small YouTube prank channel, you know, your generic couple that mess with each other and decide to put it on YouTube. They do like small shit, and I guess they decided to go bigger by staying overnight at a Target, but let's get through this article and I'll talk about it after. The couple filmed what they termed as the quote 24-hour overnight challenge in Target on their page for their subscribers in a video that lasted about 26 minutes. As was seen on the security footage, the pair largely walk around aimlessly before attempting to set up a fort. While they claim to have spent the entire night inside the Target, police note that camera footage showed them leaving at about 3 a.m., tripping the alarm that would eventually lead to their arrest. LaRose and Johnson did return to the Target at about 8 a.m. in an attempt to stage an end to the challenge. The poorly conceived prank gained them about 4,000 subscribers to liver their YouTube channel totaled to 21,000. Pezick said that the main offense the pair committed was the wasting of both police and the store's resources to track them down. Quote, "When you go to a burglary call, you have a heightened sense of awareness. Suddenly you see somebody in there or maybe they get spooked and run. Our officers are well trained, but it's not a great situation for anybody," Pezick said. "They weren't out to harm anybody, but we want to make sure this doesn't happen again." The pair have been released on $25,000 unsecured bail and are banned from every Target store in Pennsylvania. Fisher is surprised at all the fuss and wouldn't have changed a thing about their adventure. Quote, "I mean, no regrets, just living life and having fun. It's kind of sad that all of this came out of it. We were expecting a fine, nothing crazy," Fisher told Fox 29. LaRose and Fisher are expected to appear in court again on March 24th. Okay, so these people apparently don't know that there are surveillance cameras in stores that are watching their every move, so I guess they do that thing that prank YouTubers do in these videos where they just walk around throughout the store talking to the camera, and they just walked around trying to set up some kind of fort that I guess would add something more to their video. But here's the thing, they BS'd the prank because they up and left the Target, which I don't know if they knew this, would trigger the alarm, which would probably lead to the police showing up. They weren't even being genuine about the prank because them leaving obviously shows that they weren't planning on staying there for the full 24 hours. But that's not even the worst of it. They actually came back to the Target at 8 o'clock in the morning to try and stage the end of the challenge. They were basically trying to come back and record and pretend that they were there all night and then film the ending of the video. The sheer amount of brain power this couple has to essentially commit a felony and then return to that same location to try and soak up the last drops of clout that they can get, and then landing themselves in a heap of legal trouble where they can potentially spend 7 years of their lives in prison. 7 years is quite a long time if you think about it. Imagine telling your fellow inmate who's likely in for murder that, "Yeah, I'm in here because I pretended to stay in a Target overnight for some views on YouTube." Better yet, imagine your relatives and close family finding out that they aren't gonna see you for 7 years because you wanted to get some YouTube clout. And the thing is, Charlotte Fisher, the one who goes by Honey, literally said that they don't have any regrets and that they were just living life. I don't think that's the kind of reaction you want to present to a judge and a jury at your trial. Walking in with smiles on your faces, telling the judge that you have no regrets would honestly make them want to punish you harder. So yeah, you deserve what you get. And let's segue to prank YouTubers in general. I remember about half a decade ago or so, prank channels actually used to be entertaining. And I'm not talking about that dumb shit where couples would do stupid stuff like the guy pretending to cheat on his girl or or the girl destroying the guy's PlayStation, or they do that weird thing where they try to hook up with each other. You know, stupid, cringy stuff like that. In my opinion, I think YouTube couple channels in general are pretty stupid, but I digress. Prank channels back in the day were pretty decent. I enjoyed watching them as a younger kid, but nowadays it seems like they're just going for clout and attention rather than putting actual effort and passion into pranking. A lot of them use clickbait titles and thumbnails to attract as many views as possible, and they reuse the same tropes that have been done to death. To be fair, I guess it is difficult to come up with new pranking ideas that haven't been done before and that will actually be entertaining, but that's the problem with prank channels. You kind of have to go more and more extreme and daring, otherwise your videos will just get boring and no one's gonna watch them anymore. Plus, there is always the danger of you getting hurt, or in the case of this YouTube couple, arrested and thrown in prison. You know, you're out here smashing people's car windows, breaking their phones and shit. It's always fun in games until someone pulls out a gun or the cops show up and all of a sudden you're just like, bro, chill out man, it's just a prank. But that's gonna do it for the video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did and could leave a like, I would greatly appreciate it. And subscribe for more content like this. It's free, and I'll see you in the next one.